Hey everyone, it's Dan here. Thank you for the love so far again, and if you know the drill, if you like this video, please react to it, like it, and share it because someone needs to hear these messages and this message today. So, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about goals. Now, I've already recorded this once, but I went off on two different tangents, and trying to rein it in was quite hard. So. I'm going to talk about goals today, and it might be a short one because, and you'll discover what the tangents are because I need to touch on those tangents to really get into goals. So goals. So one of my mentors likes to have three goal areas. So personal life, professional life, and financial life. And I think this is a brilliant way to sort of like think about goals and look at goals. Now, it could be that two of those are kind of like linked. So for myself, I've got a personal goal of going to Japan. Now, I'm working on that goal. So I'm breaking down that goal into, right, what can I do daily, weekly, and monthly to make progress towards that goal? So daily, I'm looking at like things to do in Japan. So I might sort of like, because there's so much, but because it's so far away, it's going to be an expensive trip for probably quite a long time. I want to make sure that I get as much done as I can in that holiday while having some rest days, because otherwise I'll be knackered. So my daily goal is to research what I can do in Japan and then sort of like eventually plan out a route. My weekly goal is to like maybe look at hotels or flights or best time of year to go or whatever it is. My monthly goal will be to save money to get to that trip. Yeah. However you want to break that down. So professional goal. My professional goal is to daily release a piece of content to you guys so that you can get value out of what it is that I'm saying, and hopefully I'm hoping that the stuff that I'm releasing to you in content is helping, and I want it to help. I want it to that you feel that it's valuable content. I'm helping you get from wherever it is to sort of like over here, and I want that for you. So that's my daily goal. My weekly goal is to pre-record a podcast. So have a podcast thing going, and once that's ready to be released, that there's going to be sort of like a few episodes that people can listen to, and then I want to keep on top of it weekly. My monthly goal is to, at the moment, it's so by the end of the month, I want to sort of like start bringing in some clients, people that I'm working with to literally help them get from where they are right now to where they want to be. And that might be like they're stuck in their professional life or personal life, or they're trying to get, I mean, I'm specifically working with men between the age of 30 and 50 because that's who I am. That's where I am. And I want to help the people that are stuck and don't know what to do with their lives, and whether that's in a professional or personal sort of like thing, and sort of like help them create some decent goals, motivation, and sometimes just to kick up the arse to get them out of the rut that they're not, where they're just existing, and into living. So that's my monthly goal, to sort of like start getting some clients around that area. Financial goal is daily to sort of like be mindful of what I'm spending and why I'm spending it. Weekly is to, I've written these down somewhere and I'm just trying to remember what they are. What was my weekly goal? I think my weekly goal is to sort of like be thinking of ways that I can deliver value. So this is where I was saying that they link. So by delivering value to people, I'm able to sort of demonstrate that I'm worth investing in, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, but that also ties in with my professional goal. Yeah. So the professional daily goal is to release valuable content every day, but my financial goal is to come up with new ways to give you more content. And that might be sort of like looking at in software to invest in, or I might be looking at software to sort of like help me schedule, or that might be equipment like this microphone that I bought recently, so that you guys can hear me better. And it also plugs in directly into my phone, so that if I'm ever out and about and I have an epiphany about a thing that I just need to share with you all, I don't like have to write it down somewhere and remember my trail of thought. I just fucking go on a live or whatever and just release it. So yeah, and then my monthly goal is I'd like to eventually get to a certain figure per month or that I'm like taking myself. So that's that they're my three things, my three goals. And it's important to have a breakdown. So something that you're doing daily every day, and then having it weekly. And you know what? Like, if you're just starting, you don't often set goals. It's okay to not go in immediately and doing personal, professional, and financial. I've been setting goals for a long time, and it's something that I'm kind of like accustomed to. So for yourself, you might just want to set a daily, weekly, and monthly personal goal. Now that might be you want to improve your health. So okay, so what can you do daily to improve your health? Maybe you just need to drink more water. Are you drinking enough water? Our bodies are 70% water or something like that, and we need to keep on hydrated. So maybe your daily goal is consciously drink more water. Something I need to do, so maybe I should probably include that. Weekly goal. You want to go up the gym, or you want to go out for a walk, or you want to do some exercise X amount of times a week. So maybe, and this is the thing, right? You don't need to, like, especially with fitness, if you're currently just doing nothing, anything is an improvement. Going out for a walk around the block is an improvement. Going and doing a walk along a beach somewhere is an improvement to what you're already doing. Going up the gym is obviously great, but you don't have to go and get a stitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go out and do some activity, and it's an improvement on what you've already done, and you will start to see results. So just keeping up consistent. So maybe your weekly goal, go do some activity of some sort 4 times, 5 times a week, 3 times a week. If you're not doing any, 2 times a week is better than what you're currently doing. You see what I'm saying? And then monthly, maybe you want to, I don't know, what's a potential monthly fitness goal? Maybe you want to, I got nothing. Fitness for me isn't where it should be in my life. Like I said in recently about the roles. Maybe you want to measure yourself. Take once a month, take measurements. Have you dropped 10 kilos? Have you dropped 10 pounds? Can you fit into some jeans better? Do you have to go out and buy some more jeans because you've lost weight? Progress photos, measurements, like physical, like measurements around your arm. So there's a couple of things. Actual weighing yourself can be a bit misleading, and also like measurements can also be a bit misleading. If you're fat, you're going to be heavy, but if you're ripped with muscle, you're also going to be heavy. So just be aware of that. So for instance, when I was going up the gym regularly, when I was initially fat, okay, I lost 10 kilos, but that was because I wasn't lifting weights and I was just going out and doing cardio. If I was lifting weights, I would have been building muscle, and I think everyone sort of knows by now that muscle weighs more than fat. At least that's what the urban myth is. And so if you're going out and you're lifting weights and you're building all this muscle, you could end up being heavier before you're lighter, if you know what I mean. So it can be a bit misleading. And the same with like measurements. Like if I'm going up the gym and I've measured my arms and I'm like, right, okay, and then I'm doing some bicep curls every fucking day or whatever, my arms are going to be bigger. So just be aware of those two. So yeah, so goals are, that's how I set goals. That's how a lot of people in my circle set goals. And I think it's important to just sort of like have a goal. Now, you could, for instance, have a monthly goal and go, right, what can I do to break that down? And if you have that monthly goal, break it down into four. How do I achieve this goal if I break it down into 4? And then those 4 break down into dailies. So then before you know it, you've got a monthly goal, and then each of your weekly goals are going to be ticking off that monthly goal. And then each of your daily goals are going to be ticking off your weekly goals. I think I explained that really shit, but so start with a monthly, break that down into 4, then you have your 4 weekly goals, and then your 4 weekly goals break down into 7, or give yourself a day's rest, break that down into 6, and then you've got your daily goals. I think that was a better way of explaining that. But yeah, so goals, amazing. Do have some. If you haven't got any, then maybe think about what it is you want to achieve. If you're just like, I want to be happier, what does happiness look like to you? So happiness is a massive subject, and we'll probably cover that in a different video. And I didn't actually touch on those other tangents, did I? So I could do it, and that's because I focused, which is one of the tangents. So I will do a video on focus, and the other one, which is purpose. Now, purpose is one of my hot topics. Purpose is so important, but we'll do a totally dedicated video to that. So once again, I'm gonna cut it there, but appreciate you. Thank you very much for listening. Make sure to share this because somebody needs to hear this today. And as I say, don't just exist, live. I love you, and I will see you soon.